Hey everyone, it's Adam and from Dork Day Afternoon, and I'm here with Jeremy and Brian and Chris and not Kyle yet. No Kyle. Kyle,
no,
are
Kyle.
you there yet, Kyle?
Kyle.
Nope. Kyle decides to be late for the live stream, so that's fun. That makes things way more interesting. Kyle, if you're in the chat, log in.
It's totally on brand.
Yeah, well,
I know.
now the people get to actually know Kyle, like
what our normal recording sessions are like. Like normally Kyle shows up at the last minute and then we still end up jabbering for another half hour, which I'm sure he probably thought was what was going to happen tonight. I said 8:30 and he thought I meant like 8:45, 9 o'clock. Nope. I meant 8:30. We're going live.
you should have stuck with when you called it 8:30 and didn't change it to Eastern.
And didn't change it to Eastern. Yeah, I'm still thinking Central. He might have been here on time. I just realized, Jeremy, he's our Melinda, our sister. Like, that's what he is. You have to tell him an hour earlier for him to be there on time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lie to him about the time, and then he'll get here.
Everybody has that friend or family member.
Right?
Well, now everybody knows that Kyle is our friend and family member that is like that.
Wait, no, there he is. Here he is now. Here he is. Here's Kyle.
Speak of the devil.
Kyle.
Nope.
Hey, Kyle, could you do me a favor and start your local recording of your audio?
Can.
Thank you.
And then clap at some point.
We don't have to clap. There's no clap necessary. No,
make
if
him
anything,
clap. He didn't even have his name right.
If anything, we should all applaud Kyle for being here now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Golf clap.
Oh, man. Also, Kyle, you should probably change your name to your name.
Ow.
Yeah. See? They don't need to see our secret codes.
Secret. I don't know how to change it midstream.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it always hurts me when I do that.
Kyle, let me know when you got your local audio going so I can...
I have it going now.
Okay, cool. Good. That's good. So for the few of you that are here actually live for this, I've decided in the future to start touching the audio up afterwards and then posting it again where the audio is not all shitty and live. So I'll probably cut the Kyle part out, not being here, or I might leave it in because it's funny.
What's that?
I'll throw it in at the end.
You'd better have people just get used to it.
That's actually all we talked about while you were gone.
Yeah, I definitely vote for leaving it in.
So tonight we're going to probably just be doing character creation is my plan for The Walking Dead, which is the new RPG from Free League. It's based off of the AMC TV show / graphic novel series, which Kyle, weirdly, even though he was super fucking late for it, is a huge fan of.
Isn't that ironic?
I know.
Don't you think?
You'd think he'd been excited, but nope, that's fine.
I
mean, is
am
that irony?
Very excited. I'm also a father of 3 children, and one makes life very difficult.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Why is it difficult being a Walking Dead fan?
The problem is he's not a fan of the running zombies. He likes the shambling ones that take their time getting places.
Correct.
Fortunately,
28 days later.
Fortunately, he did bring his voice.
That's right. Comes pre-packed.
Oh, man. So like I said, we're going to be doing character creation from the new game, The Walking Dead universe, from Free League, and we're probably just going to, I don't know, let's before we really dive into that, let's go around a little bit, and Kyle, since you're kind of the expert, our resident expert on all things The Walking Dead.
Whatever. This is the you showed up late, you go first bit, right?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly
Last guy praise.
What was the first zombie movie you ever saw? Or introduction to zombies?
Yeah. Trying to think. the original Dawn of the Dead, I believe. The one in the mall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I really like the remake of that. Very much.
The Zack Snyder one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeremy?
I don't know if it counts. Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Does that count as a zombie movie? Or it's like on the line, right?
I think it's on the line and does not count.
Oh, well, then Night of the Living Dead, the original, was the first zombie movie I saw.
Okay. Chris?
You guys are going to say this is lame, but that's fine. Not a big zombie movie guy, so probably like I Am Legend.
Wait, like the Will Smith one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't think. I bet you I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was a kid, maybe. But nah, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. Brian?
First one that comes to mind, and it's kind of one of those on the line ones also, would be Night of the Comet.
I think that's a zombie movie. I think that one counts. I mean, it's still kind of zombie-ish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit more than Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but I do love Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Jeremy. That fucking movie's great.
Well, yeah, I guess there's more intrigue with Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's more of a conspiracy, less of a running from mob, mindless hordes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But,
and a lot of my introduction to zombies was like early Resident Evil games, very early 2000s, because I didn't have TV growing up, so a lot of these were late me watching movies and stuff like that. So,
is that in your background, Jeremy? Are you being yelled at for? You weren't even.
That's me.
There's a high probability that there's a baby crying next door.
Oh man,
the children that kept me from being here on time are still being yelled at. So.
Oh, okay. Oh man. All right, so I guess we'll just dive right into the character creation. For the most part, has anyone here not seen the show The Walking Dead, at least? Anybody? Never seen it before? Basic concept, walkers, as they're called in this lore, have...
they're called actually a lot of different things.
A lot of different things, yeah. The dead. But, yeah, so people, when they die, they turn into walkers, which are these walking undead entities that then consume human flesh and turn other people into more walkers. So that's the basic concept for anyone who's not familiar with it, I guess.
The big difference in lore of The Walking Dead is everybody's infected. Mm-hmm. There is no gaining an infection. You'll gain the ability to die based on infection and death, but everybody has it. So die of whatever, turn.
I mean, it was kind of like that in the George Romero ones, too. Like, I don't think it was specifically an infection. If anybody died, they just turned into a zombie or a ghoul or a whatever, depending on which movie you were watching, on what they called them. But getting bit just expedited the process, I think.
Not going to lie to you, I've seen like 2, maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's fine. General concept, try to survive. Don't get turned.
Fresh perspective.
Yeah, and a fresh perspective on the genre. So the way the character creation works, this is where we're going to start with, is everyone kind of gets to choose an archetype. Everybody, maybe not Kyle, should have the PDF open for the core rules. I don't know if Kyle does yet or not, because he came in late.
I sure do.
Printed it because he's old.
Printed it.
Oh, thank you for once calling somebody else old.
Oh, man. But yeah, so it should be on page... What page are we on for the archetypes?
It's like 40 on the PDF.
Yeah,
20,
there you go.
Yeah, 24.
So, let's start with... Who wants to go first, specifically, I guess?
I'll go.
Brian said
Brian.
you go.
So I'm just rolling for an archetype?
You don't have to roll for an archetype.
Oh, I'm rolling for an archetype.
You can pick.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead and
I'm
roll.
rolling for an archetype.
Be my guest.
6. That is law enforcer.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. So Brian's a cop. That works. All right. Let's see. Chris, do you know what you want to go with?
Yes, I am going to go with the nobody.
All right. Jeremy, do you know what you're going with?
I'm also rolling, and that's an 11, so scientist.
Scientist.
That seems
okay.
right. That seems right.
Kyle.
How many archetypes are there? I'm still pulling up.
1,
12.
2, 3, 4, 12. So I guess you could roll a d12.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
All right.
11.
Scientist. So we have 2 scientists and nobody.
Let's go something different. Let's try variety.
I'm fine with that.
I'm pushing that roll.
Then you have to roll stress dice with it.
Someone take his challenge coin.
All right. That would be doctor is what you ended up with.
So much more appropriate.
Yeah, that's more interesting. All right. So each one of the archetypes, they have like suggested issues that go with them. If anyone's interested in that. So what did you have again, Brian? You had law enforcer.
You rolled Rick Grimes.
So do you want to? So that would be the next thing we would go with for each one of the characters. Is you would pick. Hold on. What your? Sorry. Yeah. So your name and then your issue, like whatever that might be. Each one of the archetypes has a suggested issue. You could pick something different if you want, if you have something else in mind, but who knows how long we're going to be playing them, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Brian, any ideas? If you're talking, you're muted.
I try to do that to be polite to everybody else. My fault.
That's okay.
Me being late's not an issue anymore. You're muted.
My drive is to make it to wife's house or wife's parents' house where the children are.
Okay. That's reasonable. Chris, what are you thinking?
Yes, sir. Issue. The archetype has afraid to speak my mind is the one I was going with, but more of a general overall fear. So afraid to speak up, kind of afraid of everything. He's skittish. And then the drive is basically to survive at all costs. He's kind of a weasel, I guess.
Okay. All right. Jeremy, issue?
I rolled my issue, and it is morally flexible. So that'll be fun to play. And my drive is there is always a chance.
Nice. I like that. Kyle?
I'm going to assume as a doctor, one of my goals will be find a cure.
Well, that would be the drive, which is different than the
sorry.
issue, I think. Yeah. So let's see. Archetypes. Let me open that back up for the doctor. So it has like bitter, sworn to help, unanswered love as examples of issues.
Sworn to help and these hands of a surgeon kind of guy.
Cool. Brian, did you pick a drive or you just said your issue, right?
No, I just said drive, which is to make it to the in-laws' house.
Okay, so then what was your issue?
Issue is post-traumatic stress because he had eaten his wife while held in a prisoner cannibal camp.
Jesus.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
And this is the same wife's house you're trying to get to find your kids?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a pretty big issue. Yep. Chris already did both issue and drive, if I remember correctly. Jeremy,
My drive is there's always a chance.
Nice. Kyle, you were going for like a cure type one for your drive.
I assume the drive as a doctor would be to stop this madness.
Fear of dying, higher purpose. I will find out. Yep, sure. Yeah. I mean, well, you can go with stop this madness and find a cure for it or whatever. That's cool. I think that's good. Yeah, definitely went full dark. All right. And then the next thing, now that everyone has their drive and their issue, will be, where am I at? Keep jumping around. Sorry. The next thing is going to be assigning your attributes, which is the thing that Chris was talking about earlier. You get 13 points to distribute amongst your attributes and 12 to distribute amongst your skills. Each one of the archetypes comes with a, has a key, attribute. And I think that, I don't remember exactly how that works with your key attribute. The minimum value is 2 and the maximum is 4, except for your key attribute for your chosen archetype, which the maximum would be 5. So, for the law enforcer, do you know what your key attribute is, Brian?
Wits.
Okay. Chris, do you know what the key attribute is for your outsider?
Agility.
Okay, so that one you're allowed to have 5 in. You don't have to, but you can. Jeremy?
Wits for scientist.
Okay. And Kyle, probably also wits. Or maybe empathy, actually. I bet it's empathy for the doctor. Archetypes.
Empathy for the doctor.
Yeah, I was right. All right. So you can all kind of divvy those up however you want to. I don't know how long it'll take you, so I'm going to keep on moving on while you do that. You get 13.
Strength correlate to encumbrance?
Yes. Yeah.
You want to make sure you can carry all the gear.
I only know one way to play these games.
That's fair. That's fair.
I loot goblin already.
I searched the body. Oh, man. Brian, how are you looking on your point distribution? What are you thinking?
I'm almost done. I'm definitely doing 5 for wits, and then what was the maximum you're allowed to put again?
4, or a minimum of 2. 4 in max in anything other than your key attribute, and 2 is the minimum in anything other than your key attribute.
Okay, then I'm going to go wits 5, strength 4, and then agility 2, empathy 2.
Okay. Kyle, what are you thinking?
Total's 13, isn't it?
13 for the attributes.
So 4 on empathy.
Mm-hmm.
3 on agility. Or no, 3 on strength, 4 on agility. And 3 on wits.
Okay. Pretty middle of the road across the board. I like that. Jeremy?
Wait, isn't that too many, Kyle?
Yes.
Should be 4-4-3-2.
Yeah, I was going to say it. Yeah.
Or 4-3-3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, wits is 2.
All right. Jeremy?
I rolled for mine, but strength is 2.
Uh-huh.
Agility is 3. Wits is 4. And empathy is 4.
Okay. Yep. Sounds right. Chris?
My key was agility. I did 4 in that, 4 in wits, 3 in empathy, and 2 in strength.
All right. And then the other one, the rest of it would be skills. You would have 12 points to distribute among those. And And the way the skills work, while you guys decide how to distribute those, or the skills that exist at least, are tied to the attributes, much like the same way they are in Twilight 2000. Hold on, let me pull that up. So like whenever you're going to roll for something, you're going to roll like the number of dice that your attribute is and the number of dice that your skill is. And it's going to be close combat, endure, and force. Those are the skills close combat, endure, force are for strength. Mobility, range combat, and stealth would be agility based. Scout, survival, and tech would be wits based. And then medicine, manipulation, and leadership would then be empathy based. And so endure is kind of like your stamina, your just basic physical ability to endure hardship. Force is actually kind of like your ability to actually like just push shit around, it seems like, to smash open doors and shit like that. Close combat's pretty obvious. It's punching people, kicking. Mobility, ability to dodge and move quickly. Like if you're going to seek cover, it would be a mobility roll to be able to seek cover before someone shoots you. Range combat, obviously shooting guns. Stealth, hiding from walkers and or other people. Scout would be finding walkers and or other people. And survival, one of Kyle's favorite, would be foraging for shit. It's probably scavenging.
11.
There you go. Tech, building stuff. Medicine, treating people. Manipulation, tricking people. And leadership would be, I don't know, inspiring people. It's like the onion, like wasn't that the thing with D&D was like a tomato? It was like what each ability is. It's like strength, how far can you throw a tomato? Agility is how well can you throw the tomato? But yeah, so a lot of like in the chat, same thing. Yeah, it's a lot of the abilities are very similar to the way they are in the Alien RPG also. So, Brian, do you have a general rundown of where you think you're putting your skills?
No, I'm still working on it.
Okay. Anybody have them kind of figured out what they're doing yet?
Yeah, I've got 3 into medicine.
Mm-hmm.
1 scout, 1 survival.
Mm-hmm.
1 close combat, 2 endurance.
Point of order, Kyle. Wait, you can have 3 in the key ability, right? Is that right? Because at the beginning, you can only have 2 in a skill, right?
That might be right. Hold on. I'll have to look back.
Sorry, I looked at the example. When was the relation about that?
Except the main skill for your chosen archetype, which you may spend 3 points on. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
I'll shut up.
Yep. Okay. There you go. Yeah, take that. Yeah, so the main skill for your archetype, you can put 3 in. Everything else is 2, and then 1s. Or nothing. You don't have to put anything in it, actually. Jeremy, what are you thinking on your skill distribution? You have no idea yet?
Nope.
Wait to see the baby's crying.
Yep. Actually, no, I rolled for all of them except for tech. And so 2 to force, because that's what the dice said.
Mm-hmm.
2 to mobility, 1 for ranged combat, 1 for stealth, 2 to survival, 2 to tech, and 2 to leadership.
Okay. Chris, what are you thinking?
I distributed them kind of how I thought this guy would be. So main skills agility. So I gave him 3 stealth, 1 range combat, 1 mobility, 2 survival, 2 manipulation, 1 medicine, 1 scout, 1 endure.
That sounds about right. Brian, have you figured out where you're at on it?
Yes, I have.
All right, go ahead.
We got 3 in scout, 2 survival, 1 mobility, 2 in ranged combat, 1 stealth, 1 force, 2 close combat.
Okay, all right. Let's see. So the next bits would be talents. Talents are tricks, traits, and abilities you can benefit you in various situations. They affect your dice rolls, or they let you do things you would not otherwise be able to do. Talents are described in Chapter 4. And there's like a complete list of them. Each one of the archetypes kind of has like, I think 3 or whatever, some of them that are kind of like suggested as ones that go with the archetype. For ease, it might be easier if you guys go with those, but you don't have to if you've already looked through and picked something else that you think might be interesting. So does anyone have something they think would work well for theirs? Actually, maybe it doesn't have a talent. No, it does. Yeah.
It does.
So like on the doctor at the top, it says emergency medicine, doctor-patient, hierarchy, seen it all are the different archetypes it recommends.
Yeah, I've got one already.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
So my options, like based on the archetype, were Speed Freak. Now I'm wondering, is that like meth head?
I don't know. What does it say for the description for it? We could go to that in the book.
Didn't know where those were.
And the talents in 4, let me go to it. It's actually going to be under the nobody's talents. That's where they're at.
No, but it just states it. Doesn't say what it actually is.
No, that's what I'm saying is on page 56. It's in the talents section of the book. Speed Freak. You gain a +2 when you use mobility to drive a vehicle.
Okay. So I was going with Wallflower anyway. So it was Speed Freak, Wallflower, or Gatherer.
Yeah. So Wallflower would be you do not have to choose a single NPC as your NPC anchor. Instead, the whole group is your anchor. You do not have to handle your fear if any of them die, so long as at least one of them is left standing.
Totally fits the character.
Yeah, that actually works really well. We haven't even got to the anchor part of the whole thing. Let's see. Jeremy, are you still thinking about yours?
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
rolled Techno Babbler, which means I get to use tech instead of manipulation when you discuss complex matters. You use science to get what you wanted.
Nice. So you just confuse people with technobabble, basically.
That's it. I Star Trek it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You describe, you communicate people with Star Trek episodes. That makes sense. Brian, have you got a chance to kind of figure out what you're thinking, or?
Yes, I rolled for it. I got Steady Hands, which allows me to, once per session, not roll stress for a roll.
Oh, nice. Kyle,
What dice should I roll for such a thing?
I think 3 would be what you would. So a D6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2. So the first one.
That would be emergency medicine. You gain a +2 to medicine when you stabilize a critical injury that needs basic medical gear. So there you go. That's not a bad thing to have.
May come in handy.
Crits can kill. So yeah. Even if they don't kill instantly, they can still kill it in a short term. All right. So the next part of the character creation would be your gear. That's the next thing we get to do.
That's the only reason Kyle's here.
Yeah, baby.
That's the only reason he's here. It's for the gear. I think each one of the archetypes has like...
Roll a D6 3 times on the gear table is what it says.
Yeah. So where the hell is the gear table at?
It's on each archetype. Third thing down on the list. So everybody has a different gear list.
Oh,
Roll
okay.
a D6 3 times.
Help me
All
out,
right.
GM.
All right. So you go ahead and start us off, Brian.
All right. 4, that's an axe. Then 1 is riot gear. And 6 is badge of office. So I got a badge, an axe, and riot gear.
Nice. Who wants to go next? Chris?
Sure. We got 5 sleeping bag,
Mm-hmm.
4 binoculars,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 a frying pan.
I mean, it.
In all honesty, a frying pan's probably not a bad thing to have in a zombie apocalypse. So
I know, but a 1 was a pizza delivery car, which would have been really fun.
And yeah. Oh my God. All right, Jeremy. What were you again?
I'm a scientist. So I rolled 3 times. I got a flashlight,
Uh-huh.
a portable stove with gas and a lighter,
Okay.
and another flashlight.
Roll again. Don't roll twice. Don't get 2 flashlights.
I want 2 flashlights. I want 2
Okay.
flashlights.
Okay.
Can one of them be like the big police officer flashlight with
The
like the
mag
4 D12s? Or no, like the
that
4,
counts as a club, basically?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Kyle, what'd you get?
I'm going to roll. Can you help me out?
Yep.
I rolled a 4.
That would be a spear. Scalpel taped to the end of a stick.
I got a scalpel on a stick.
I mean,
Scalpel on a stick.
3.
Oh, wait. You said 4 was the first one? I'm sorry, I read
4
the
was
wrong
the
one.
first one.
4 is a car. 3 is the spear with the scalpel on the end of a stick. So car, scalpel on the end of a stick.
Well, I'm actually disappointed.
And a 2.
So you can do long distance surgery. That's what it's for.
I like it.
And what was the last one?
2.
2. A 2 is medications and drugs. So that's useful.
So I have a car, drugs, and a scalpel and a stick. I like it.
Yeah, now you guys at least have a car. So that's good.
I have a quick question.
Yo.
Frying pan usable as a weapon?
Sure, why not? I'm cool with that. We'll go with the Shaun of the Dead rules. If it was a cricket bat, I'd be okay with it too. But yeah, no, definitely. You could use a frying pan. I mean, why not? Like, we could say it's a cast iron skillet. You know, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Multi-purpose.
I mean, the show kind of takes place in and around Atlanta. So, yeah, I'd say cast iron skillets are everywhere. So, all right. Well, now that we
Is
have
the skillet seasoned properly, or is
Oh, man. All right. So experience we don't have to worry about. All right. And then where are we at? All right. Your gear. Define your relationships with the other PCs. Yeah. So you guys can. Has anyone figured out a name for their PC yet?
Robert Kirkman?
Do you have a different one?
Yeah. Oh, this is where I keep getting us almost sued. My apologies.
Yep. Jeremy, do you have one?
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins. That probably is not copywritten. I think we're okay.
I think we're okay then.
Copyrighted. Kyle, do you have a non-libel name for us?
Working on that. Come back.
Brian?
Random name generator, Booker Ogden.
Nice. I like it. Chris?
Russ Walters.
I like it. It's a very much nobody name. Yep. Somewhere out there, Russ Walters is like, I'm not nobody. Kyle? Still working on it?
Jeff Smart.
Thank you for
Dr.
not saying
Smart.
Bezos. Thank you.
Dr. Smart.
Dr. Smart. So at this point, like I said, it's you're supposed to kind of define the relationships between the PCs. Like, does it go in more into detail on that? Hold on. NPCs in the group, character death, yada yada.
In the archetypes, it gives options. So relationships to other characters. For the scientist, there's 3 options. I see what you really are, my friend, and I'm curious about you.
Oh, That's nice.
So each of the archetypes probably has its own thing.
Yeah. Were you thinking about any one of those specifically for anybody, Jeremy, or?
I'm curious about Brian and Kyle's character, and Chris's character is my friend.
Okay. Nice. Let's do the nobody. Chris. It has your relationships to other characters examples as like, I do what you say, secretly I love you, and I will show you. So you can pick any one of those three you want.
Not the I will show you. I think it's because he's a survivor wormy type and doesn't want to fight. It's going to be the I do what you say. So he'll kind of like listen to the group and, off in the shadows.
Kyle, what are you thinking?
Something similar, something where I'm kind of dependent on others to keep me alive because I'm not probably the greatest at all of this except for trying to save people.
Yeah, the examples it has is like, I trust you, you're not like us, and I want to get to know you better. So maybe yours is like, I trust you to like one of the people in the group. Who do you think that would be?
The police officer. I would immediately craft to a police officer.
With the hatchet and the axe cop. So you're going to be
he
all
has
about
a badge,
axe cop.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just happy that it's axe cop in riot gear. Brian?
I protect you, I trust you, you are a puzzle, and I rolled, and I protect Kyle, I trust Jeremiah, and you are a puzzle is Chris.
Oh, that's fair. All right. And let's see. It kind of jumps ahead a little bit too. Not, where did it go to? So much jumping around. You get to choose 2 anchors from the NPCs, right? We haven't even decided who the NPCs are yet, so that's what we're going to do now. Would someone like to roll me a D6?
I will.
Kyle's the weatherman.
The weatherman.
Yep.
I rolled a 3.
A 3. All right, so this is the group of NPCs that are with you all, right? You have Betty Anvil Hall, who's a teen punk rocker. She won't talk about what happened to her. That's her issue. You have Daniel Perez. He exaggerates his own ability, wants to keep the group together. You have Nicole Perez, who doesn't trust anybody. You have, Daniel Perez is a stockbroker. Nicole Perez is an immigrant/domestic worker. Samuel Carter is a construction worker. He looks out for his daughter, Denise, and will follow the strongest leader. And then the last member is Denise Carter, his daughter, who's a kid, and traumatized emotionally and sensitive and empathetic. So that's kind of the group of NPCs that are with you all. Back at your, quote, haven. Whatever that might be, which we haven't got that far yet. So from that group, you all would get to choose, and that's on page 30. Page 30. If anyone wants to look at that, that's where that list was. And you get to pick 2 anchors from that.
Now, because I took the wallflower talent, I don't need to. Is that correct?
Right. You don't have to. Yeah.
It says that one is always an NPC and one is a PC.
Yes. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. So you would pick 1 anchor from the PCs and 1 from the NPCs. You're right, Jeremy. Sorry. And the other thing these NPCs act as is backup characters.
Yay! So. Wait. It's bad when there's built-in backup characters.
I know. Like, that's even a thing, like, later, it's like, if you decide to play an NPC, like, each PC starts with only 1 issue, so if the NPC has multiple, you're supposed to pick 1 and, like, not have all of them. I thought that was kind of interesting that it's, like, built into the rules of, like, when your character dies and you have to play an NPC, here's how to do it. Jeremy, what are you thinking as far as an anchor or the anchors, either PC or NPC?
Chris is my anchor, which works out well because he's also my friend, incidentally. And Daniel Perez is my NPC anchor.
Okay. Chris, we don't have to pick because he can pick the whole group, which is a really fucking cool ability, actually. Brian, what are you thinking?
I went with Dr. Smart.
Okay, that's your
for my PC anchor because that is my I protect. And then NPC anchor, I went with Samuel Carter.
Okay, all right. That's a good choice. What was Samuel Carter's job again? He was a construction worker?
Construction worker.
Yeah.
And then he's the one who has his daughter. And
right.
So it's kind of
gotcha.
mutual goal.
Gotcha. And Kyle?
Brian will be my probably PC.
Mm-hmm.
And the first character that doesn't talk about what happened to her. Can't remember her name.
Oh, Betty.
Betty, thank you.
Betty Hall, the teen punk rocker.
Yeah.
All right. And all right. So then we've picked your anchors, and now the next step would be describing your haven. Basically the place where you all are, whatever that is, where you're staying, essentially.
Kyle's got a grin on his face. What do you think?
Abandoned mall. No, no. Shout out to Twilight. Let's go gas station. Gas stations never bad. Never.
They're all dead before we start.
There's a part of me that also wants it to be a gas station, but there's another part of me. Well, I mean, these characters are all going to die anyway. So yeah, let's go gas station. I'm down. Let's do it.
We don't
Kyle.
know that they're all going to die.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
That's a lot of characters for me to kill off all at once. That's all I'm saying.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, if you go with gas station, I have a map, is all I'm saying. I already have a map.
I think we should. Like,
Yeah,
there's
I
like the running joke.
Yeah. It's like fucking wood pigeons and gas stations. That's where we live.
Let's buck the trend. We're 0 for 2. Can we do better?
Now, what are the chances that there's actual gas? That would be
None.
None.
That actually makes a gas station a really bad location. Like, it seems like people would stop there a lot. But I guess once gas has run out, no one would stop there. They'd be like, well, there's nothing here worthwhile.
Also, I believe the Walking Dead series opens on a gas station.
It does, that very first scene. Yeah. Yep. It does open there.
But if it's like a Buc-ee's and you wall it off, it'd be fucking huge. You know?
It would be. That's basically like a mall at that point.
Yeah. You can fit a ton of people in there.
Oh, man.
There's 900 knives in here just for us.
So on page 86 of the core rulebook, it actually has like a haven, like the different kinds of havens. Not so much the different kinds of havens, but different like examples, I guess. And that's on page 91. Old schoolhouse, rooftop apartments. None of them are gas station, but I think we could come up with something for a gas station. I think we could do that.
It's the DDA way.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's do that. Let's do that. So it's a gas station. What does it look like? Who wants to start us off?
It's raise quick stop and tune up.
Yes. Done and done. All right.
Can I have a Sitco sign?
Can I have a what?
A Sitco sign.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. Yeah. We never really defined what kind of like gas Bray had at his gas station. So it could be a Sitco. And
it's kind of famous. There's a big Sitco sign outside of Fenway.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be like a highway. A highway loves gas station that has like the subway attached to it.
No.
Can't build a kitchen into it much.
No. All right. So what do you guys think it smells like? The gas station.
Oh, that's an option.
Yeah, I'm
Might
literally
be refreshing.
reading the questions.
Yeah, I just got there. Where are we located geographically?
I mean, canonically, the game usually takes place in and around Atlanta. I don't want to restrict us that way. Where are you located? Kentucky? Just south of Cincinnati?
Somebody roll a D50.
Yeah, where's your table for that?
All right, yeah. Someone roll me a percentile, I guess. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll figure out what
Okay.
state we're in that way.
Don't do somewhere cold.
Just roll D100, somebody.
18.
Oh, my God. Someone fill airtime while I look this up.
18. Wait.
I like living in a gas station. Is actually really cool.
Yeah,
I do too.
I think we'd be better off, honestly, if we were east of the Mississippi for this. Well, that's a coin flip, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's also easier, like why it's set in Atlanta. Winters get kind of hard in post-apocalyptic times.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I don't want it to be up north.
Yeah.
New York City.
Oh, God.
Absolutely
that would be
not.
awful.
All right, what'd you roll, Jeremy?
18.
New York. 17 to 22 is New York.
Fuck.
Well, we could still be like upstate. There ain't nobody up there.
I quit.
Still terrible. It's like out by Buffalo, man.
Fucking Syracuse.
Lake
right.
Placid. We are in Lake
Somewhere
Placid.
in and around New York, like upstate New York.
Oh, God. All right.
All right. That's where we're at.
Shit. I regret this immediately.
Hey,
Yes.
you guys wanted to go that route, so
Hey,
I'm cool
we
with that.
always let
So
the dice decide it. That's
what does it smell like?
Cow manure.
Okay. All right. Someone roll me a D4 also real quick, and then this will go into something.
Who wants it?
3.
I got it. Oh,
You got it.
Already got it. He's already got it. 3.
3? All right.
Yep.
So winter, spring, summer, fall. We're in autumn. It's a nice time to be in upstate New York.
You said summer. He rolled a 3.
Fall. Oh, yeah, 3. You're right. Yeah, summer. Okay, so it's summertime. Yeah.
That's
I
great.
skipped winter
It's
in
like
my
72.
counting. Yeah. There you go. It's nice. It's
Beautiful
nice
weather.
there. Yeah, so where
Step 1, get out of New York.
Yeah, right.
step 1, escape from New York.
Upstate New York's beautiful.
Escape from upstate New York with zombies. Oh my God. All right, so the next thing would be like, where do you get fresh water from?
Rivers, ponds, lakes. There's a lot of
So
that. up there.
we're still in the country that has water towers. So we find an old water tower that's still got thousands of gallons in it.
We have a scientist and a doctor. We're also in upstate New York. What about a pitcher pump? Like old school pitcher pump.
Find a well. Pump a well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think there's just like a well nearby that you get water from?
Maybe an old farmhouse?
Old farmhouse. I'm okay with that. All right. What kind of food sources do you think are around?
Deer.
Yeah, so I was going to say whitetail. There's plenty of whitetail.
Yeah, plenty of it. Okay.
I mean, they're...
Deer,
Yes.
rabbit.
Convenience store snack cakes.
We have a plethora of
Pheasants,
chickens.
turkeys.
There's
all
probably not a
kinds
lot of
stuff
cows
up there.
anymore.
No, probably not. I don't think they get away from zombies.
Upstate New
real
York,
quick.
there's some Amish up there. Maybe find a...
But they're the food. That's fucked up, Kyle. That's really fucked up.
not.
I can't believe you're
I was
promoting
saying,
eating Amish people.
Simply saying farm. Not-
Wait, I've just... Like, I think you just hit on a moral conundrum. I think they'd get eaten too, right? Because they wouldn't
to
kill
be
the
fair-
people, right?
To be fair, there's a guy up there with an axe that's already eating people.
His
Where are
wife
we
specifically.
drawing the line? Where are we drawing the line here?
That's fair. That's fair.
Horses. That's where we draw the line. All right. Where do you guys think that the important decisions are made at this gas station?
In the employees
Bathroom.
only office.
Okay. In the back office.
The break room.
Okay. Where does everybody sleep? Because there's like 4 of you, and how many of them were there? Like 4 or 5 total, so 9 people. So just
5.
probably, like, what do you think the safe spot in the?
There's an old walk-in beer cooler, so
Okay.
while it's glass, it does kind of seal and just kind of curtains off into the back corner.
Okay.
I dig it.
I like this. What characteristics of the Haven annoy you or make people irritated?
The roof leaks.
I like it.
Oh, I was thinking the smell of like old stale gas.
I mean, eventually it would just evaporate, wouldn't it? So then it would.
Or you just get used to the smell of it.
Yeah. Or you just get high off of it and you just hear wah, 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 wah.
The description
It was overly
as far
specific,
as-
wasn't it?
It was a little overly specific. Yeah.
All right. Where was I at? Too many dead brain cells. Yeah. So what surrounds your haven? Apparently there's farmland because you all talked about the well, the pitcher well.
And it smells like manure.
So it's upstate New York, right? So gas stations can be like, just off the highway, surrounded by like woods and farmland and that sort of thing. So I'm thinking that, like rural
Yeah.
farmland, woods.
Yeah, this
that
one's
sort of
actually
thing.
very isolated. It's on the toll road. So it's like this gas station, next gas station, 20 miles down the road with nothing along the edge.
Oh, we're gonna go with we're gonna go with the interstate. I was thinking like 2-lane highway, but all right.
All right.
Dude, that's what highways are up north. They're 2-lane.
No, okay. They have interstates.
We do. You would have to
You-
trust me.
We're going to have
Yeah,
to find this
'cause
on the
I've
map now.
Oh my god.
We're upstate New York over on I-90.
I think 86 goes through there.
All right. So what surrounds it is small forests and farmland. All right. What are the Haven's weak spots?
The roof.
Lots of
Glass front.
exposed glass. Yeah.
Yeah, exposed glass.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. How do you think your group found it?
Traveling
Searching,
high
for,
road.
searching
Yeah.
for gas. They all ran out of gas and stumbled upon it. Except for me, that has a working car.
Although we do have a car, yeah, that kind of makes
Having
sense.
a car does not say you have gasoline.
Ooh, look at you starting
wow.
already. Listen to GM. Oh,
And
saying.
there's the Toilet 2000. Yep. All right. Here we
There
go.
it is. Yep. Now we're
the
back
bleak.
into free league games.
Yep. There's the bleak.
Just
All
says
right.
you have a car. It does not say you have gasoline. So,
Nobody rolled gasoline. His gear did.
I didn't see
was
any
just
gasoline on the
dead.
gear list.
It was just dead at the gas station, and he called dibs. Dibs, my car.
Hey, whose car's that one? Oh, that one's mine. That one's mine. It's just
Yeah,
like a
that one's
Porsche
mine.
sitting
Mine.
over there. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. So who makes decisions? Who do you all think is like the leader of the group? Like de facto.
everybody always looks to the police
Me?
officer.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Now,
Wait, let's double check our NPCs.
Does
'Cause it
anybody
may
have
actually be one of
leadership?
them.
Does anybody put any points in the leadership?
I got a 2 in leadership and
Oh,
a
that
4 in
should-
empathy.
Right there's our leader, homie.
Yep. There we
Right
go.
there.
Okay.
Boom,
That's
boom,
the guy.
boom.
Boom.
Hold on, let's look at the NPCs.
I got nothing in leadership.
Where were the NPCs at again?
30,
they were in New
wasn't
York.
it? It was in the
Poland.
30s.
There they are.
There we go. There we go. Any of them have
Page
leadership? Yeah,
30.
Daniel
Yep.
Perez does, the stockbroker. That actually, that means he is trained in it, which means he has a 2
Okay.
in leadership, and basically a 5. A total of 5 is what he would have. Or I'm sorry, 6.
I think Dr. Collins would
trying.
defer to Daniel.
Yes.
But he would be the advisor. Yeah.
Screw that guy.
But also, I guess he's an NPC, so we should probably pick somebody that's in our group, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And NPCs don't have attribute skills or talents. When they use skills, the GM rolls 4 dice. So with his being trained, it's 5.
Okay, so Collins has 6. All right, I guess that's de facto me.
I don't think Daniel Perez likes that very much.
No, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah,
that totally makes sense.
Yeah,
he and I are frenemies.
Yep. I think that totally makes sense.
Yep.
All right. See, I kind of like it that it evolves like this. That's kind of nice. Wait, where were we at? Oh, the home and away. That's where we're at. Still. Who makes the decisions? And what do people in the Haven talk about? What do they long for, and what scares them?
Zombies.
Well, yeah, obviously. Outside of that, though.
As a doctor, running out of food and water scared me.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about New York's or Boston sports. Nope. Nobody. Nope. We
Yeah, you're like in this weird trifecta in between Buffalo, Boston, and like New York City, and even Philly if you go down a little bit further. Like it's just like
fuck the Yankees.
We're all trivia buffs, so we all talk about trivia. We are all doing trivia back and forth constantly.
The scientist is thinking about a cure almost constantly. Like he wants to know that there's a cure.
I would think they long
Doctors
for
yeah.
normalcy.
Scared of other groups, possibly the Amish Mafia.
I would say you're still scared of cannibals.
So there's literally a thing in this game where you can build your own factions, right? And I'm now considering very strongly an Amish faction at this point.
Let's do it.
Like,
let's do it.
I don't mean your guys. I mean like
no. I get it. That's awesome.
Whatever
like an antagonistic group.
Avoid
that's
Hezekiah in the gang.
Like running around with scythes and shit.
If we hear clip clop, we know to run.
Yeah, you hear horses. Get the fuck
Monty
out.
Python this.
I mean, that'd be more reliable than a car. You know, those horses probably don't need gas. I mean, they could still get eaten by.
I don't know. Yeah,
walkers,
zombies don't eat cars.
We haven't seen how Adam GMs yet. They might.
Honestly, those buggies, they go pretty quick, and you wouldn't have to worry about, like, you could get out and clear zombies. Dude, that's brilliant. Honestly, like, New tactic. Zombie apocalypse. I'm going to hang out with the Amish.
They'll be like, we're just making butter. It's fine.
You probably got a better armor class while mounted too.
Oh man. Yeah. So I mean, for the most part, that kind of establishes the group and like where you're at. Someone roll me 2d6.
Weatherman.
I've been rolling for everything. I cut off
have
Brian earlier.
Chris, get it. Come on, Chris.
All right. 2d6.
Yeah.
3 and a 5.
Ooh. And roll me 2d6 again. Another 2d6.
Roll better.
Yeah, I don't like when he
something
goes,
might have to change, Jeremy.
I don't like when he goes, ooh.
I don't care. I don't know what's changing, but all right.
1 and a 4.
All right. So what I was having you do is roll on the Haven issues table. 35, which is the first one you rolled, was an NPC rules this place. So I'm thinking that's Daniel Perez.
Yeah, totally.
Is kind of, yeah.
But people are starting to listen to me, and that pisses him off.
Right. There's a power conflict happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you say he's taking stock in us? No,
and 14 speaking of stock, would be some of the food or water might be tainted.
Really? We can't escape
Chris
the shit?
gets the poops again. Chris gets the poops again.
Nobody eat the red rope licorice.
The jerky has turned.
So yeah, I think.
Yeah. One of these, I swear to God, one of these extras that we do, we're just going to go fishing. That's it. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, as soon as you run the other game.
Yeah, you need to do the fishing one, Jeremy, and then we can all play that one.
Yes, and then the fish will be tainted by mercury.
Oh.
All right, so you guys are all at this gas station in the middle of upstate New York called Ray's Quick Stop and Tune Up, which is a sit-go gas station. You've been getting your water from a well that's nearby at some old abandoned farm, kind of surrounded by farmland off of one of the toll roads. And there's a weird power struggle going on between Daniel Perez, a former stockbroker, and Collins. Was that the name, Jeremy?
Dr. Collins.
Dr. Collins.
Dr. Tom Collins.
Power struggle happening between those two on leadership within the group. And some of your food and water appears to be tainted. The roof is leaking. You're kind of exposed because of all the glass around the gas station, but that also gives you a good view. So you can also see kind of what's coming. But that also means like people can see in potentially. And
Can we rethink gas station?
no, not now.
No,
not
it's a little
now.
late. It's a little late.
Amazing. And so that's pretty much our group and where you all are in the haven that you're at. I'm not 100% sure what the scenario I'm going to have you all run, but I'm going to kind of write it around this. So we'll have to go from there. So I guess for this, we'll call this a wrap, as far as our character creation goes. And, that's a pretty short little session. I guess that's about an hour. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm. That's a little ditty. Well,
yeah.
Yeah,
that works out. Brian, what'd you think of character creation?
Oh, I loved it. It's simple. It's streamlined.
Yeah. Chris?
I liked it how just personally everything kind of came together with an idea I had in my head.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy?
I really like it. Well, I mean, I always love random character creation because I love being surprised. But the more intricate personal relationships, because it at least this game seems like it focuses more on that interpersonal relationship than some other games. When your connections with your people are really key, and I think that's a really interesting side note.
Yeah, and that was one of the things too. Like my original plan was to be like, you guys build characters and I'll run you through a quick scenario. And I was like, that kind of misses the point of the game if we don't build the haven also. And I was like, well,
Right.
let's make sure we do that so we know who else is there and like what that dynamic is. And,
I like how it's like your attributes and your skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
All this other stuff though.
Right.
I think that's really cool.
Kyle, what do you think?
Very cool, because like this was not anywhere near my plan coming in, so that always makes me excited when they come in and be like, cool, you're a doctor, good luck.
Yeah. All right. So if y'all want, in between now and next time we do this, I'm not 100% sure when that is. It'll probably be after Christmas at this point. So I don't know exactly when, but we will put it out there for everyone else to see. Sorry, it's such a quick session, but I mean, that's what character creation is for this one. And I'd rather come up with something that fits the characters than just make it up and pull it out of my butt. So we're going to do that. So thanks everyone for joining us. And thank you all. Glad we had some people in the chat at least. And I'm really glad we ended up at a gas station with common wood pigeons. So thank you, everybody. Good night.
Peace.
See y'all later.
Have a good night, everybody.